Okay, this is a Ernie's Machinery SR-201 SuperDuty strike jam router. We built it a little sturdier so that we could handle a extra heavy duty 3 1/4 horsepower porter cable router. Now this is a new machine. This machine has never been out in the field to be and been used or anything. We built it special that we made it where this is short enough, comes in far enough that you can do your headers for ball catches. You can move them in here and set one of these for one side and do your 2 ball catches on your headers for your double hung doors. It's 8-foot capable on both sides, of course, left hand and right hand. It has a triple template up here that has 3 positions. Now these 3 positions are all 3 full lip, and they're a 6.5 inch or 6-inch centers. Here's your standard one right here in the middle, and then you have one over on this side and one over on this side, and they're both full lip. But if you wanted to change it from full lip to a closed lip, you would just set this little block in here, and now when you route it, it would be 1 inch wide in a closed lip strike. And if you switched it over to this side, then it would be you'd be doing a closed lip on this side. So this is what I'm saying, this is a full lip. These are full lip, but you can, with this little bar here, you can change it to a closed lip. If you have a customer that prefers to have a closed lip strike. Okay, there's all of these are marked on this side with the dimension of from the center of the center cut, and most exterior jams are have a half inch center. So you can set this at not here, but you do it over here. You could set it at for your exteriors. You would set it at you drop this in there and tighten it. There's a little set screw. If you were going to do a bunch of them, you'd set them in there, and that'll set your jam back a ½ inch because of your dado in your jam, in your exterior jam. There's 2 for each side, 2 right here and 2 right there. And we have this little block handy right here. Now, also to switch from interior to exterior, all you do is flip this little thing over, and that allows you to go back with your another 3/16, which is what you would want to do to go from 1 3/8 to 1 3/4 door. We'll leave it in there for 1 3/8. Also, this machine is set up to do mold posts. 1 7/16 thick for the mold post, or up to 2 7/16 for the outside of your mold post. And let's see here. Okay. Now, when you're doing you do your center route, and if you're doing exteriors and you're doing your 8, you want to do your deadbolt, you don't have to move your jam. You just move your router over into either this for left and one for right. Right hand, left hand and right hand deadbolts. One thing I did want to point out is that this is a full 3 1/4 horsepower porta-cable router, brand new, good heavy-duty router. It'll go if you need to plunge all the way through. It'll plunge without ever giving you any trouble. It's also, if you don't want to plunge all the way through, it has a very easy adjustment for how far it plunges by. Can you see this collar right here? Okay, this collar right here, you can set it down and it will, well, let me get over here. See, and you can see, make sure that you can set the depth of with this collar right here, you can set the depth of your plunge. We've got it set where it plunges all the way through. For people that use plastic plugs to go through and to keep their doors together instead of nailing them. You might walk around. This is and show that that it is a heavy solid. We have really beefed it up. We've got a good 1.25 inch shaft here holding that it's good and rigid and solid. Makes a nice cut, which we'll show you here in a minute. Let's see here. We are selling this machine at a closeout price, and one of the things I want to point out is that these templates are identical to what Cabal uses for their 920C. So if you needed a replacement and I was no longer in business, then you could go to Cabal and order a template for a 920C. You can get these templates at 5.5 on center. You can get them just standard, where they're just one position, T-strikes, anything you want. We have made them where these are on 8-inch centers, and that was for a customer that wanted 8-inch centers for his 8-foot jams with a longer it helped to have a full 8 inches up to put the deadbolt. It helped make the door more rigid and not warp as much. And what we did was we just put 2 hinge strike pockets in here, 8 inches apart, and then they were able to, what they did was they set these in to where they came out right, and they could route both their deadbolt and their regular standard strike without moving the jam in the left hand and right hand, and they just used the same template. These templates, they have this travel actually will travel more than 8 inches. I mean more than 12 inches, but they're what Cabal bills theirs at is for a 12-inch travel, and that's really all anybody ever needs is a 12-inch travel. Okay, we're going to do a strike jam here. We don't have many jams, so we're not gonna set it on any particular spot. Jim is just gonna route he's gonna route 3 pockets, and we will Okay, these are the 3 pockets that Jim just routed right here, and the plate fits in there real nice, and you can see nice and flush, and nice. It'll do a nice pocket. They do nice pockets. Anyway, and this we actually make it just a tiny bit bigger. As you'll notice that some of your strike plates are a little bit oversized. So this one, and we use one here that is 255 thousandths, which, you know, they should be 2 1/4, but it seems sometimes that the manufacturers get them a little bit off, and so we make the pocket just a skosh bigger so that it doesn't really rattle in there, but and it won't with a 250 either. But anyway, that's your pockets. Hey Jim, let's route. Can we get this up there and route just one of them with the? We're gonna put this in, put that little block in, and we'll show you that you can do a close face. Right here. You do it. You can, by putting that little, placing that little block in that position, you don't have the full lip. You've got a closed face, 2 1/4 by 1, with the bore all the way through it. Right. And that's how that works. Anyway, that's handy to have. And if I was doing it, I would only buy full lip and then use that when I needed to do close face. But at any rate, it's a well-built, heavy-duty little machine, and it'll make somebody a nice machine. And like I say, you can also do your you can get in here close enough to do your ball catches for your headers on double hung doors. All right, thank you very much.